There he is.
Yep, there he is.
Look at his feet ain't even touching the floor. Look how tiny his fucking dad is.
I know.
I'm Fred.
I'm Adrian.
And we're FnA.
This is your first time here. Welcome.
And don't forget to drop a line in the comments and reviews.
Because that's what helps us continue to do what we do.
When we do it.
I think my voice got all...
How we doing today?
Good. I was about to say froggy because I was going to say my voice was froggy and I couldn't remember what the word was.
Froggy?
Froggy.
Foggy.
Foggy.
It was a little foggy this morning.
It's raining like a bitch right now.
Here in beautiful Pennsylvania.
Yes. Well, I don't know if the whole state is crappy weather right now.
I think it is. There was that storm that came in on the West Coast. And from what I understand, that kind of is wreaking havoc on the whole country right now. And it's supposedly we're going to have one of the colder Halloweens this year than we've had.
Figures.
And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, haven't we been having some shitty Halloweens the last few years?
For as long as I can remember. I mean, even when we were kids.
I think last year it was kind of decent, but the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before.
Last year it was... I can't remember if it rained or not, because normally 9 times out of 10 it rains. It sucks. It never fails. I want a frickin' Halloween like you see in the movies.
Right?
You know? You got the full moon. You got, the leaves on the ground, and it's nice. And kids can actually wear their costumes without layering up or wearing winter coats. Crap, I remember some of the Halloweens would be snowing.
I remember as a kid, all right, growing up going trick-or-treating, being in flip-flops and shorts.
That happened a couple times, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've had some really warm Octobers in the past.
Yes.
And I tell you what, it was like as soon as we had children.
I swear.
As soon as we had kids and we wanted to start taking them out trick-or-treating.
Yep.
Then the weather just went to hell.
It sucks.
Oh,
but,
my.
Hey, I will enjoy it because I love Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
We always go all out every year. But we couldn't put up our cemetery this year because we have to do some fixing up on our tombstones.
That and the weather hasn't really been cooperating too much for us.
No, it hasn't. Nope.
But
because it takes a while for us to set it up.
Yeah, we usually we do it pretty good. We have a wooden cemetery. I made a bunch of gravestones years ago out of wood. Spray painted them with it was like a
concrete.
It was like a textured paint. Yeah, it made them look like concrete. And at the time, we were really big in The Walking Dead, so most of them were, all of them.
All of them.
They were all themed Walking Dead.
Yep, we had Shane, Lori, Carl, the governor.
And as they would die on the show, As they would die on the show, we'd make a headstone for them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, each Halloween, it was like, okay, 3 more died, so we got to put them, Beth was one, Sasha. Oh my gosh! And that's when it.
Well, it got to the point.
That's when it was good.
It got to the point we couldn't keep up with all the deaths.
No,
I can't make that many gravestones.
No, well, not only that. I mean, believe me, I would fill our entire front yard with gravestones if I could. But like I said, it was when Walking Dead started going downhill.
Yeah. And
I know we're not the only ones that think that. I mean, all the reviews that we've seen, it's a shame.
On that note, what was it? It was earlier this week I watched the first 2 episodes of the Daryl Dixon, the spin-off series that they did.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. I mean, it's very different from the original series.
Yeah, he's in France, right?
Yeah, I'd have no idea how he got there.
Exactly.
I think they're now. Don't get too mad at me. I missed the last couple seasons of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
I missed we missed the last 3 or 2.
Yeah. Gosh, I can't remember.
So point being, I don't know if like they explained something in those seasons that would tell us, why Daryl's in France.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen so far, I think it's a mystery.
Yeah.
I don't think it was something that they explained before because we're getting little tidbits.
Well, didn't that one trailer, aren't they making the Rick and Michonne spinoff?
I did see that, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're doing spinoffs for all these, and I think they're bringing Carol in.
Aren't they doing a freaking Maggie and Negan one?
Yes.
That right there, I'm sorry, it's
such a weird mix.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. He freaking killed the love of her life, her freaking kid's son.
Is her kid still alive?
Or not kid's son, her kid's father. Yeah.
Kid's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, I haven't seen the last 2 seasons, so I don't know.
What? Yeah, Herschel, I think they named him. Yeah, they named him Herschel, yep.
That's right, they did name him Herschel.
It just, no, I don't.
It's a weird mix, yeah.
And not good.
I'll check it out, though. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know. But, anyways.
Well, I almost did it. We went over a couple notes before the episode, and I'm trying to stop a certain behavior, and I almost just did it. And I'm going to do it anyway. Next, we're going to talk about the news. We got to work on our segues a little bit, but we restructured things a little bit here. We're gonna basically go over a little bit of general news, what we used to call it, quick bit news.
Yeah, but we always did it at the end of our show.
Right. We're going to do it at the beginning of the show. Mm-hmm. Quick bit news, just a couple little quick things that are happening in the entertainment industry, then a couple broader stories that we'd like to cover.
Yeah.
Then there's some news of some shows that are coming out here soon, and then obviously the advertised content. Loki Season 2, Episode 4. I mean, just look at this. That image right there just explains it all.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And I have plenty of questions, and because it's a cliffhanger, man. It's a cliffhanger at the end of it.
That's what this episode did. It was just more goddamn questions and no answers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
but I got theories.
Yep.
I got ideas.
You always have theories. First, I wanted to mention. Just found this out last night, actually. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Matthew Perry, who played Chandler Bing in Friends. Friends was my all-time favorite show. Passed away yesterday at the age of 54. He was found in his hot tub. And the death, police ruled out any foul play, and they called it an apparent drowning is what they're calling it.
There he is.
Of course, they're going to be doing an autopsy. They didn't find any drugs around the scene or anything like that.
That was the first thing I asked you when you told me about this last night. And
because he had
a problem in the past,
yes,
and it was well documented. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh no, did he
do it?
Did he go back on the wagon or fall off the wagon again?
Yeah, because when they did the Friends reunion, he was clean.
Yeah,
and everybody. Now he said he was clean. Of course, people can lie,
speculate,
and the only reason why I say that is because a lot of fans that watched the reunion, he looked not well.
Right.
Now, I don't know if that was because maybe he was sick or if he did fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
We don't know. But I thought this was sweet. I read in an article that fans laid flowers outside the New York City apartment building where they filmed in Friends. They would always show the building where him and his roommate Joey, Matt LeBlanc, where they lived. And that's located in the West Village of Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So there's flowers all over the sidewalk there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure,
the music kind of sounds like funeral music
it does,
right now.
Doesn't it?
Well, rest in peace, Mr. Matthew Perry.
Mr. Chandler Bing.
Wasn't he he was brothers with Luke Perry, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Luke Perry actually died a few years ago.
It's been some time now, but yeah.
I think that was Luke. Yeah, Luke was his older brother.
Yes, he was older.
I used to watch 90210. I used to love Luke Perry. And then for the longest time, I didn't know they were brothers.
I wonder if the kids nowadays even know what 90210 is.
Oh, God. Well, they might, because remember they did that stupid spinoff on CW? That didn't last too. Or maybe it is still going. I have no idea, but you cannot do a... You can't replace the originals, man. You just can't do it. So, quit trying. Don't do that. Jeez.
Well, that's a shame. Rest in peace, Mr. Matthew Perry.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, speaking of news, this is off topic now.
Okay.
YouTube drama.
Oh,
There's a lot of YouTube drama going on with SSniperwolf and Jack's Films.
Yeah, we can do that now. I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about.
Sorry.
Before, but we'll talk about it afterwards. SSsniperwolf. Some people may know. Well, a lot of people may know who she is. What's her follower count? It's like
36 million.
36 million followers. Okay, she does mainly reaction videos where she'll watch funny clips or whatever and acts like she's reacting to them. Well, recently there's been some internet drama between these two creators, Jack's Films and SSsniperwolf. Where Jack's Films, this guy, he makes videos of her. So he makes reaction videos of her reacting.
Yeah.
If you can follow that.
It's his second channel, or it might be his third. I can't remember, but it's called Jack's Films.
Yes.
Copying.
So he's reacting to her and basically calling her out for how terrible her videos are. And so what does she do? She drove to this guy's house, all right? And then posted a video to her Instagram stories showing this guy's house.
Yeah.
And to her millions of followers where this guy lives.
5.6 million followers on Instagram.
Now, for those of you that don't know, this is called doxing. All right? And doxing is the action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Okay? She can make all the excuses that she wants to, but this was intentional. This was premeditated. She knew exactly what she was doing. And this isn't only against YouTube's guidelines, but it's illegal.
Yeah.
All right?
Absolutely.
She put this dude's life in danger.
And his wife.
And his family.
Yep.
Put them in danger. She should not only be removed from YouTube, okay, for breaking the general guidelines, but she should also be arrested and charged.
Oh, absolutely.
That's just how I feel about it. That's no reason at all that she should have done
just
this.
Because Jack criticized her channel, which you said how many years ago that you didn't really care for it because you felt, which
I didn't like her voice. Her voice got on my nerves,
well, you
to
said,
be quite honest.
You said there was something fishy about her that you didn't like.
She seemed shady.
She seemed shady.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I agree. And I agree with Jack when he says, and it's true, that she's making millions of dollars by not really doing anything.
Right.
She sits in front of a camera, reacts to videos, and is just so blasé about it. Mm-hmm. And this is why Jack's Films went after her, because she basically is stealing content.
Right.
She does not give the creators, the posters, credit. She doesn't show their names. So when Jack made Jack's Films, when he's reacting to her reacting, he actually says, oh, by the way, the person who posted this video, this is their name. And so he's giving credit where credit is due. And she doesn't do it. And then on top of that, she actually will steal, like, she'll come up with a saying, like, oh, looks like, somebody punched that car. Well, it looks like Thor took his hammer to it or whatever, and, like, acting like she made up that line.
Right.
And what she's doing is she cuts the clip, and then Jack, he plays the full clip. Right after she cuts it, the creator that posted it said that exact line. So she's stealing shit on
Right.
top of it too. Like it's not right. And
See-
for her to dox a guy over him basically calling her out for her bullshit,
Right.
is just totally screwed up.
Not
Totally
right.
screwed up. Yep. So yeah, if she gives a half-ass apology, which her PR team probably wrote for her,
Well, here
and she got demonetized for how
momentarily.
Yeah,
Which
momentarily.
didn't even put a dent in her pocket. This wasn't even a slap on the wrist. But
nothing.
she was once considered YouTube's little golden child.
Yep.
Right? And
So of course they're gonna protect her.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't wanna go back on their investment, I guess.
Yeah, because she's making them millions of dollars.
Not cool.
It's
Didn't
not
dig
cool.
it.
Shame on you, Sniper Wolf.
Shame.
Shame.
That's a good bite I should get, huh?
Yes,
From Game of Thrones.
We need to.
Shame.
With the bell.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shame. Shame on you, Sniper Wolf, you fucking bitch. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you.
Unreal.
She's a little bitch for doing what she did.
Okay. Rick and Morty's back, baby.
But a little different. That's a little different.
Little different, but I tell you what,
Did good.
they did very well.
They did very well.
Rick and Morty are back. Season 7 picked up about 3 weeks ago. The 3rd episode will be coming out this Sunday at 11:30, I believe, is when it, or 11:30 on Adult Swim Sunday evening. They got 2 new voice actors for Rick and Morty. Rick Sanchez, he's now voiced by Ian Cardone, and Morty Smith is voiced by Harry Belden. And a couple weeks ago, the trailer dropped, all right, for Rick and Morty. And I showed you the trailer for it, and in the trailer, I could notice. I noticed a couple times where I was like, it's a little off. It's like,
Especially
I could tell.
Morty, yeah.
I take it back. Everything I said negative on that initial trailer, which wasn't like super negative, but after watching the first 2 episodes,
Yeah.
I mean, it's you can't even tell.
Because you get sucked into it.
You get sucked into it, and I'm sure there's probably little moments here and there, but for the most part, I mean, phenomenal. Both these guys doing a phenomenal job. And not to mention, it's still Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Okay, you got 2 episodes out right now, and you can watch them on Adult Swim. Okay, the night that they air, they drop on Adult Swim, and then after that, you can purchase them on, like, I get them on Amazon Prime. But if you have a cable provider, you put that information into the Adult Swim website, and you can just stream it for free through the Adult Swim website, as long as you have a cable provider.
Yeah.
First episode, how Poopy got his poop back. Remember Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Poopy Butthole, yep.
Um,
Yes, I do.
super funny. The second episode was the Jarek trap I told you about, where Rick and Jerry, they get combined together.
Yep. But you said it's like they switched, kind of like Freaky Friday, but they still have, like, what'd you say? Like, they're still kind of like...
It started off.
I'm having a brain fart of what to say.
It started off where they just switched their brains, right? So
Yeah.
it looked like Rick and it looked like Jerry, right? You look like Rick, look like Jerry, but it was like Rick's mind was in Jerry's body and vice versa. But as the episode went on, spoilers, they end up like doing like full fusion together and become like one being.
Oh, geez.
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely doodle. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Here's
That
here's
shows-
the new guy.
okay.
Holy smokes.
Now I know it's just a second for you guys, but we're gone for what, like 10 minutes?
About 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
If you don't know, or haven't noticed, this is our first live stream podcast.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
So anyway, let's just get right back into it with the quick news. And on that note, Deadpool 3's delayed again.
Of course. Of course.
This is obviously due to the SAG-AFTRA strikes that have been going on for months now. The writers, they got everything figured out here about a month ago, and they've all since gone back to work, but no productions can go in, and nothing can go into production because none of the actors are allowed to work yet. So
wait, the actors can't work yet?
No.
Why?
Because they're on strike.
Now the actors are on strike.
Yes. They initially went on strike to support the writers. Okay?
Okay.
But they also had their own grievances that they wanted to get sorted out, right?
Okay.
So they're currently trying to figure out their own grievances. The writers and SAG are separate.
Okay.
They're two different unions.
Okay.
The Writers Guild had their grievances, went to the table, figured out what they wanted to do, moved on with life.
Yep.
SAG-AFTRA are still in that process.
Yeah.
From what I understand, and this is some bad news, they were taking this weekend to go over the options that they have. And then this week, they're supposed to go back to the table, I believe, on Wednesday.
Okay.
And if they cannot come to an agreement, then they may not come back to the table till after the holidays.
Oh, boy.
Which means 2024.
Oh, my God.
Which means the new year.
Yeah, I know.
Before they even go back to the table to discuss things. So, not only Deadpool 3, but we're looking to have a lot of things canceled. So, that's okay, because we'll just start watching some old shit. There's plenty of stuff to get caught up on.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start watching that stuff while these guys figure out what they need to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I support the SAG-AFTRA with what they're fighting for. They want better working conditions and wages.
Yeah.
And I believe there's some AI conflict on the table as well.
See, that's not right.
What?
AI conflict.
No. They're looking to protect themselves, okay? Because they're able to use AI and the VFX and all this stuff to take an actor and just put him in a movie without what was it, the Black Mirror? What was that we just watched here recently? That was the new Black Mirror with the girl from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, that was basically the premise of that, was they were taking somebody's digital likeness and doing whatever the hell they wanted with it.
That's why I said that's not right.
You're right. So
that's what I meant by that. Yeah.
So, they're fighting against that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
I agree with them fighting against AI. Yes.
Same page.
Same page. You got it.
We're all gonna be in the fight against AI here eventually.
Oh yeah, it's scary.
Shit.
I don't like it.
I foresee Skynet is coming to fruition.
Yeah, it's scary because
friggin' Chat GPT is gonna swing by Boston Dynamics one of these days, and it's all gonna be over after that. It's all done.
It's scary. It can, deep fakes. Like that shit's scary. It can totally replace you.
Well, look what they did with Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was incredible.
I know.
Jonathan Majors is still in court.
Oh.
And I'm telling you what, this has been a back and forth battle. Like one day, and I tell you, I follow this stuff, and I tell you that, one day it's good.
Yeah.
Next day it's not looking good.
Yep.
Then it's looking good.
Yep.
Then the next day it's not looking good. It's like one day, Jonathan Majors is allegedly being charged for assault against this girl, and then you hear, okay, well, now there's this video footage that states that the girl's lying. And then you hear, okay, well, now they're going to arrest the girl. And then, okay, well, they're going to arrest her but not charge her. And then it's, okay, well, Jonathan Majors is in shit again. It's like, what is going on?
Here's the bottom line, okay? If you're a guy and you end up raping a girl, sexually assaulting a girl, whatever, okay? You deserve time. You deserve whatever. The fullest, or the, what's it called? You deserve to be fully punished to the fullest extent of the law.
You deserve to be punished to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah, there you go. Brain fart.
It's
for
okay.
Me. Good job there, Adrian.
It's all good.
You idiot. Anyways. And the same goes for if a girl does it to a guy, like Amber Heard. She deserves to be frickin' punished for what she did to Johnny Depp.
Right.
But the whole thing that I did not like about the Me Too movement is too many people were jumping on the bandwagon and making false accusations.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to that, I don't like that because you can ruin somebody's life by lying. And if you get enough people to believe you, then nobody knows who's lying and who's not.
That's basically what happened with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it's like, if Jonathan
By the way,
Majors,
if you go back a few episodes, we covered that trial.
Yes.
So a couple episodes back on the podcast. And
Yeah.
we'll find out all about it.
I know it was last year, but that was a hell of a trial. But what I was going to say is, real quick, if Jonathan Majors did it, then he's a scumbag. If he didn't, then this chick needs to be punished, and not just a slap on the wrist.
Right.
And not just, you can do some community service. Because no, it's not right for, if a guy does it, they go to jail. But if a guy, does it, he goes to jail. And if a chick does it, well, then she should go to jail too.
Right. No, I got you.
I don't care this gender stereotype. No, that's not right. That's not right. If you did the crime, you do the time.
Yeah,
Period.
Fair is fair.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yes, I do.
I guess he left Twitter here recently.
Oh, really?
I also told
Actually,
you
it's X. Remember?
X, whatever. Twitter X. I told you a few weeks back about Daredevil getting pretty much scrapped. The entire series, from what I understand, they filmed 6 to 8 episodes and did some screeners, and it was not good, from what I hear. It was not good at all, and they made the decision that they were just going to scrap it. Scrap the entire series and go back to the chalkboard and start from scratch again, okay? Now, from what I understand, Vincent D'Onofrio got in some arguments with fans on X. Chat arguments back and forth.
Yep.
And he was on the defense of whatever this original project was. Whatever this original Daredevil, I think it was they were going to do some type of like lawyer drama.
Okay.
Kind of how what they did with She-Hulk.
Oh God, please do not go down that road.
And then I also heard that Charlie Cox didn't even show up as Daredevil until like the end of the 4th episode.
We already know
break.
he's Daredevil.
That's what I mean. We seen him in the suit in She-Hulk. Not to mention we had 3 seasons of him on Netflix. We don't need another slow burn.
No, we don't.
We don't need another slow burn on these fucking Marvel shows. Just saying.
Yep.
So yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio was on the defense of whatever this piece of shit was.
Yeah.
And the fans just kept hammering him and hammering him and hammering him on it. And he bounced. He rolled out, and he's not on Twitter anymore, so.
I don't blame him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And,
I'll tell you what, Marvel needs to get their act together. That's all I can say.
From what I understand, they are making changes. There are changes being made behind the scenes.
It better be in the right direction.
We'll
That's
see.
all I can say.
We're going to touch back on that here in a second because I'm reading a book. But before we get to that, you remember Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh, yeah.
Was that one of the ones that I got you on back
when we were in Panama City
when
for
we were
1 year anniversary? So that was in 2007. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2007 was when I first seen it.
So, yeah, we went to Panama City, Florida.
Yep.
and we're celebrating our anniversary. Went to the beach, have a good time. I got a nice hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And then it rained the entire weekend.
No. It wasn't just that.
And you
Remember,
were sick.
I was about to say, it was our last full day there.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to this nice restaurant. And I love crab legs. I can eat 3 pounds of crab legs to myself. You've seen it when I was pregnant.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I love seafood. It's so good. Anyways, we went to this one restaurant, and I never had blue crab before.
Okay.
Or was it blue crab? Soft shell crab. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And I never had it, and I was like, I asked the waitress and I was like, so you can eat like the whole thing? You're like, yeah. And they fried it, and it was good. It was really good. And you actually had gator. Remember you had gator bites?
It was so good.
Ugh.
I liked it. It was a little greasy. Okay, it is. It's an alligator. At least what I had, it was a little bit greasy, but just like chicken.
I think it freaked me out more than anything because I knew that I was eating alligator. Like, it played tricks on my mind. Anyways, it was really, really good. We had a great dinner. We go back to our room that you rented. It was like a mini apartment. Remember, it had a kitchen. I mean, it was
nice.
Beautiful.
It was real nice.
That
yeah,
was the softest bed I've ever slept in.
it had a bedroom.
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
It had like, an actual bedroom and a little living room and like you said,
and
the
a
little
washer
kitchenette.
and a dryer. Remember the stackable washer
Yeah.
and dryer? Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh,
I paid for that shit too.
that's when you're in the army.
I didn't have a lot of money then either.
The softest freaking bed I've ever slept in, and those blankets
nice.
were like real puffy and everything. How come hotels, man, they get the best shit? And like you go and you'll pay money. Like I've spent money on like good sheets, good blankets.
Right.
They stay fluffy for what, a week, and then it's like flat.
Yep.
I'm like, what do the hotels? They gotta have a fluffer or something.
The pillows.
Yeah.
I'll buy a brand new. I destroy pillows.
Yeah.
I'll buy a brand new pillow. I'll get like one of them ones that says like, "Don't go flat" or something like that.
Yep.
It's like crush-proof pillow.
Yeah.
I'll destroy it in 4 days.
It stays fluffy forever. Bullshit.
That thing will be flat as a pancake. I have a pillowcase right now with 3 pillows packed in it. Huh? You call it my potato sack.
Yeah, because you used to make fun of your mom because she would take the little pillows and put them in a pillowcase.
She would take the little couch cushions, right? The little decorative
Pillows.
couch cushions, and then they wear just like any other pillow, and she would just pack them.
Yeah,
into these
like 20 of them.
And it did it because all the padding would clump up into balls.
The stuffing, yep.
Because she would wash them in the washing machine too. Yep. And the stuffing would clump up into these little balls, and then it just felt like a big sack of potatoes.
And it looked like it, too. You could tell.
Oh, yeah.
But back to our story of why we started this story, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
We go back to our room. We were going to get dressed and go to, like, a club or something, you know. In fact, I think maybe we were just thinking about just going on the beach because it was nice. It didn't rain that day, and we were just going to sit on the beach and have some drinks. And
okay.
I was like, we get there, putting on my makeup, fixing myself up, and I'm like, uh-oh. My stomach started grumbling. Oh, my God. I was so sick. So sick. And I felt really bad, and you were like, it's all right. Hey, we didn't even get to chill in the hotel room, really, because we were always just at the beach.
Oh, yeah,
going,
yeah.
You know.
And anytime you go on vacation somewhere, usually you don't spend a lot of time.
You sleep and you shower.
It's a place to sleep.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And so you were like, hey, let's enjoy this badass room. I'll put on something to watch, and we found Adult Swim.
Was that also the hotel room with the bubble bath and the waters? I turned the jets on. There wasn't enough water in it yet, and it shot water everywhere. It was everywhere. It was pretty funny.
Oh my God, yeah. It was one of those stories where you had to be there. But we were finding something to watch, and you were like, let's watch Adult Swim, and I was like, Adult Swim.
You didn't even know what it was.
No. And that's the funny thing. It's like I've seen
daughter so much.
Like I used to watch Powerpuff Girls all the time. Johnny Bravo.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, but like I didn't know what Adult Swim was.
Right.
And I was like, I thought it was like a channel or something. It kind of sounds a little bit like a porno, like Adult Swim.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, maybe.
So
yeah,
I was like, what the fuck are you putting on? I'm like, I'm sick right now, right? You were like, no. It's on Cartoon Network. It's like After Dark is for adults.
Okay.
Cartoons for adults. And I was like, okay. And then one of the first things that was on was, actually, it was Robot Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And then after
Aqua
Robot,
Teen
then
Hunger
Aqua
Force.
Teen Hunger Force, and I was laughing my ass off. I was like, oh my god, this show's so funny.
It's so dumb.
Meatwad.
I love Meatwad.
Oh my god, he's so funny. I love him.
Starting Sunday, 26 November at 11:30 p.m., Frylock, Shake, and my man Meatwad are all going to be coming back for
Frylock. That
for
was his name.
5 brand new adventures. And it's the first time since Aqua Teen Forever. It was a movie they did about a year ago.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think this is the first actual season since like 2015.
Oh wow,
I believe so.
it's been a while then.
Absolutely.
Jeez,
I can't wait.
I know.
I'm so excited.
I know. What was the other one that we used to watch? It was Robot Chicken, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and
On Adult Swim,
yeah.
Space Ghost with Brack.
Yes, I love that one.
beans.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh, and of course, Tim and Eric.
Oh yes,
That's
Tim and Eric.
That's when we both, wasn't it? We both discovered Tim and Eric on Adult Swim.
No, I believe I've seen all those shows.
Oh, you knew about
Yeah,
Tim and Eric
yeah.
before me?
I've seen all of the Adult Swim.
Oh, I remember, like,
fun
for a while,
stuff.
we were on that kick where that's all we watched
I
constantly was Tim
I
and
used to
Eric.
watch Space Ghost all the time, and that was actually the first show to air on Adult Swim when they
Okay.
created it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because just like a brief history, Cartoon Network was a Hanna-Barbera enterprise.
Okay.
Remember Hanna-Barbera? They made the Flintstones, the Jetsons,
yeah.
Scooby-Doo,
Oh, yeah.
and all the other, that animation style.
Yep.
Right? They got like a thicker outline,
Yep.
and there's a very specific style to that.
Yep.
So Cartoon Network was a Hanna-Barbera venture, and they had, like, even Dexter and Powerpuff Girls, they still have that style
Yeah.
of Hanna-Barbera.
Yep.
Okay? Well, they had all these old Hanna-Barbera cartoons that nobody cared about, right? Nobody gave a fuck about Harvey Birdman, right?
Okay.
Space Ghost. These
Yeah.
were the cartoons from back in the 40s and 50s,
Okay.
okay? So what they decided to do was take the cartoons, cut them up,
Mm-hmm.
and redub voices over them, and make an adult programming out of it.
Okay. Okay.
And the first one they did that with was Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Okay.
And they recut the cartoon and turned Space Ghost into like a Tonight Show host.
Yeah.
And they would bring in different guests that were popular at the time. Now you gotta remember this was like the mid-90s.
Yeah.
So they would have guests like Pauly Shore and what's the I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. He does the asshole song. I'm an asshole, oh we oh, we oh,
That's
we
not
oh.
Weird Al Yankovic.
No.
Okay.
He's a stand-up comedian.
Oh,
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary.
Dennis
that's it,
Leary.
yep.
He was on one of the episodes. Yeah.
I'm sure was Weird Al. I mean, Weird Al
He
was
may
real
have.
big in the 90s.
I think he may have been on an episode of Space Ghost.
yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Little
pretty.
little
I'm
history.
so glad that they did their own show. They made Brack his own show because Brack is hilarious.
I love how his dad's so tiny.
What kills me is, his look. He looks like this, like, really mean, like, monster.
I think he was a Space Ghost villain.
Yeah, and then you hear him talking. He talks so.
I love it.
He's like, hey
I do.
guys.
I absolutely love Brack.
Oh my god, he is so funny.
And they made the cartoon,
Mhm.
and it was like a day-to-day of Brack, and he had Zorak with him.
Yep.
He was like a praying mantis.
Yes.
And what the heck? He had his mom.
Yep.
His mom was like huge.
And the
His
dad
mom
was
and the
huge.
dad was so fucking tiny.
And the
he
dad-
he was like a little Spanish guy.
Yeah, I was just about to say he was like a human. The mom was married to a human.
The
a
mom,
person.
the mom looked exactly like Brack did.
Yep.
And the dad was like this tiny little Spanish guy. He had an accent. And his fucking feet didn't even touch the ground.
Because the chairs were huge.
He'd sit at the kitchen table with his newspaper.
Wasn't the paper big too? Like it was like
everything was huge, yeah. All right, let me see.
God.
I gotta find that real quick for everybody.
What's that?
Brack. Yes.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
That was the Brack cartoon show.
Yeah. And then speaking of funny voices for like, cartoon characters that look like scary, when we used to watch Harley Quinn. And remember it was Clayface and
I love Clayface.
And Bane. Clayface, Bane, and
there we go.
King Shark, right?
There he is.
Yep, there he is.
Look at his feet ain't even touching the floor. Oh my god, it's so funny. Look how tiny his fucking dad is.
I know. Oh, it's great. Oh
god, the Brack show. You can. I was saying earlier about going to Adult Swim, and you can watch the stuff that's on there.
Yep.
All the episodes of this show are on there as well.
Yep.
And also on HBO Max.
Yep.
You can watch all these shows.
Yeah. But yeah,
what
wasn't it?
That's so funny.
When we were talking about Harley Quinn, the cartoon, of course.
Okay.
It was Clayface, Bane, and wasn't it King Shark? All three of them had like the same type of voices. Clayface was always trying to
he was like the actor.
Yeah, the actor.
Yeah.
And he'd always talk like that. And then Bane was like a big dodo.
Right, but his voice was all muffled like this.
But he didn't.
And he kind of talked like Bane from the Dark Knight movie.
Kind of, yeah, but it was more like a.
And he'd always have something really stupid to say.
Yes. That's exactly how he used to talk, just like this in the cartoon. Yes, he did.
Bane in the cartoon? In the Harley Quinn.
In the Harley Quinn.
I don't know why I was starting to think of Batman.
No.
Batman.
No, in Batman it was... You wish to be one. I don't know.
Do that again, please.
No. You rock incompetence. I don't know.
It's over 9,000.
All right. I started reading a book here this past week. Some of the people that follow the same
word salad.
I know, word salad. Some of the people that follow the same kind of things I do may have heard of it. It's at the MCU, or just MCU, the Reign of Marvel. Okay?
Reign of Marvel.
I'm about halfway through this book right now, and it's written by a group of authors, Joanna Robinson, Dave Gonzalez, and Gavin Edwards. And let me tell you, it's a rather eye-opening adventure. Okay?
Okay.
Behind the scenes of one of the biggest film studios in history, it tells you basic facts like the MCU's grossed over $29.5 billion with 32 films in the bag at the time of publishing the book.
Yep.
And that train's still moving forward, even though it's slowed down a bit. But
yep.
Also to the notion that Marvel pretty much begged Chris Evans to be Captain America. Seriously.
You said that earlier, and you never got into like how that happened.
He did not. He did not want to do this.
Really?
No, he did not want to do Captain America because he had already done the superhero thing when he played Johnny Storm.
I was just about
in the
to say,
Fantastic Four movies, okay? Yep. And those movies were not very well received.
He was probably shell-shocked from it.
Especially the sequel. The first one did better than the second one. The second one, not so good, okay? And
gun-shy, that's what I meant.
From what I understand, you had Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, John Krasinski. You had all these guys in the running for Captain America.
Did you say Jensen Ackles?
Jensen Ackles, yeah. He had gone in to try and get this role. I think he would have done a good job. We just seen him as Soldier Boy.
In The Boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Marvel passed on all these dudes, and they approached Chris Evans.
Because they thought he would be, like, the best, like, as far as the look goes, right?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Okay.
And they approached him. He denied them. They approached him again. He denied them.
Oh, my God.
It took a phone call from Robert Downey Jr.
Himself.
Robert Downey Jr. himself called Chris Evans and talked to him and
begged them.
Downey Jr. had already played Iron Man for the MCU and had an in on everything that was going on, knew where this was going, and had confidence that it was going to get there.
Like, he knew basically that it was going to be as big as it is.
He had an idea. And that's basically what he told Chris Evans. Hey, this is going to change your career.
Okay.
All right. Not that he wasn't doing bad before. I mean, he had been around and done a bunch of good movies.
Yeah.
But, after that phone call, that's what got Chris Evans on board.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
And that's just one little tidbit that this book drops on you.
So they're giving you a lot of behind-the-scenes info in this book?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They go back to, like, the very beginnings of Marvel films. Back in the late 80s when they were doing the Hulk television series.
Wow.
And they talk about the unseen Fantastic Four movie that was filmed back in the late 80s, early 90s.
I remember we talked about that one time.
They filmed this movie, and it was a shame because the producers knew what they were doing, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to make this film so they could retain the rights to the property. They never had any plans on releasing this film.
Okay.
They never planned on releasing it to the public or even showing it to a friend.
Yeah.
And the actors weren't in on it. They didn't know. They thought they were filming a regular movie. They thought this was going to be put out and all this stuff.
Okay.
Which I kind of thank God it wasn't, because it was there's clips you can find online.
I was just about to say that. Yep. It looks
It
horrible.
is god awful.
Yep.
God awful.
Well, think about it. The movies that they made after that, like the one Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, like that one, it was okay. But like looking back at it now, you're like, they can do a really good job.
They could do much better now,
Yes.
but for the time,
It was good. It was good.
I still hold on Fantastic Four not being as good. The first one's not bad, and I liked what's his face's his version of Doom.
Oh,
The guy that played Christian
in Nip
on Nip
Tuck.
Tuck.
Let me find his name real quick, because I think he did good. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that maybe they'll sneak him back in for Secret Wars?
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, that'd be neat. Julian how do you say his last name? McMahon? Or
I'm not looking at it.
I don't know. Julian.
Where's it at? Julian McMahon.
Is it McMahon? No, it's McMahon.
Okay, I'm not going to spend that much time on it.
McMahon.
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 I guarantee you that's not it.
Well, that's how I'm going to say it.
McMahon. Wow. Anyway, MCU, The Reign of Marvel. I will be touching back on this probably on the next episode. I'll have it finished by the end of the week. So,
yeah.
They go through each and every film. Like I said, they started at the beginning of Marvel films.
Yep.
And then once they get up past like the X-Men and Spider-Man movies, they go through each and every film. They start with the first Iron Man and all the production nightmares that they had to go through and the casting and then they go to the next film and all the way through. So,
That sounds
so far,
interesting.
it is a very interesting read. I'm an Audible guy myself.
So you've been listening to it.
The only complaint I have is the reader that they have for this.
Okay.
It sounds like one of those AI-generated voices.
Like very monotone when they speak.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
No
but
expression.
other than that, I mean, honestly, I can zone into things fairly well, especially if they're interesting. It don't break it for me.
Yeah.
You know.
I get it.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you like if you like Marvels or Marvel. Then,
Yeah, if you're not so much. If you're a diehard Marvel nerd like I am, then yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
You'll find something you like.
Like, is that the only book that you're reading, or?
Well, I'm probably I got something on my list for the next thing. A comic series from what was it, 2014 through 15. It was like 17 issues. Loki, Agent of Asgard, is the title. It's a Marvel comic. I've been hearing rumors lately that things that happen in this comic series line up with some things that are happening in Loki season 2.
Okay.
Well, I should say season 1 and the Loki series.
Yeah.
There's things that are aligning together. So, I mean, I don't really need a whole lot of excuses to go read a comic book. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, that's definitely next on my list. I'm gonna be checking that out. That's Loki, Agent of Agent. Loki, Agent of Asgard. Written by L. Ewing. Came out years ago. So I mean, go to your comic shop. You could go on like Marvel Unlimited, whatever. Check it out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Marvel, today actually I just watched the newest trailer of The Marvels, and you've seen it too, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel.
Desperation.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It comes out in theaters on November 10th.
Can I tell you how I feel?
Tell me how
That
you
trailer
feel.
made me want to fucking vomit.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Well, Fred definitely explained it best when he said desperate, because in the trailer, in the beginning of the trailer, they play you the music from, what was it, Endgame?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the trailer...
The Avengers theme from Endgame, and then they closed the trailer with the Avengers theme.
Yeah. Like, how desperate can you be?
Give me a break.
Because I'm telling you, the writers...
I guarantee you ain't gonna see one clip from from Endgame in this movie. Okay?
No.
You're not gonna see Thanos in this movie.
They know that people are not excited for this movie. So many people do not like Brie Larson. They don't like her. There's been so many complaints about her as Captain Marvel. I didn't mind her. Like, I don't mind her as Captain Marvel, but yeah, I get what people were saying. And then, of course, you got Monica Rambeau, and then you have Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, Kamala Khan.
Mm-hmm. I like her character.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Yeah. Now.
And that what's her name? Amon Villani?
Yes.
The young lady that plays
Kamala. Yeah.
She's like a diehard Marvel nerd.
Yeah.
And I've seen her in some interviews, and
so yeah, she fits it perfectly.
The one interview I seen her in, I really liked. She was bitching about the in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
When they mentioned about the main Marvel timeline being Universe 616.
Yeah.
And it's Universe 199999, and she said that in an interview one time. She was like, "Yeah, I don't know what Kevin Feige's thinking. It's not 616."
Oh boy. Yeah, like I said in this one, the top 3 main girls in this cast: Brie Larson, of course, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Zoe, I believe that's how you say her name. Zoe Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
She's Dar-Ben. Kamala Khan, that's Amon Villani. And then, of course, Teyana Paris is Monica.
Paris.
Yeah, is Monica Rambeau. And then the new villain, it looks like, Dar-Ben, that's Zoe Ashton. She plays Dar-Ben.
Right.
Yeah. And I did not know this when I was looking up the cast and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe actually is Tom Hiddleston's main squeeze. They got a kid together.
That's what you said. I didn't know that
I
either.
did not know that. And
Very
I was like,
cool.
Wow, she's a lucky girl being with Tom Hiddleston.
From what I understand, that character Dar-Ben is from the Kree Empire.
Okay.
And she's all butthurt about what happened in the last Captain Marvel with Carol Danvers destroying the Prime Intelligence,
Okay.
which was shit. What the hell was her name in the first movie?
Oh.
She's like is it Diane?
Which one are you talking
The
about?
fucking bad guy in the first movie.
Oh.
Not Jude Law, but the chick.
Oh. Gosh, I don't know. Look
All
it
right.
up.
Hey.
Anyways, while you're looking that up, I was going to go over what is being said. Now, this is from Game Rant. The title that they have is The Marvel's box office pre-sale numbers are alarmingly low for an MCU movie. And there's there's a lot of websites. That's just one, for example, that are saying a lot of people are worried. The pre-sales are not looking good at all. They actually said the Marvel's trailer on YouTube.
Annette Bening.
Annette Bening, that's her name. Yeah.
Diane, I was way off.
Samsonite. I was way off. Yeah, they said on YouTube, the Marvel's trailer
Yeah.
is the MCU's most disliked. I mean, come on, like, how bad is that?
It's pretty funny.
Then they said, yeah, like, what did they say? They said, my gosh, I'm having a brain fart.
Well, you want to know what I heard? I heard they changed the post-credit scene for this movie to try and draw more people in.
Oh my God.
Okay, here let's.
Wait. Okay, it says with pre-sales for the film currently 69% behind the pace of Guardians Volume 3, 72% behind Quantumania, and 42% behind the Eternals. Eternals.
Yeah.
That's how bad pre-sales
I
are
know.
for this movie.
I know. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it says the Marvels suffers worst MCU ticket pre-sales in 4+ years, and that's on the Direct website.
I
So
know.
there's just 2 websites out of so many.
Well, that's.
Gives you an idea of how bad
Well, this
this
film
is looking.
is still under the old regime at Marvel. Okay, this movie hasn't been subjected to all the new changes that we've allegedly been hearing about.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit of spoilers on the Marvels.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't get too deep because I already know this entire movie and everything that's going to happen in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to break all that down right now.
No.
Okay.
No.
But
Just give a little taste.
originally, the rumor was that we're going to get an incursion
Yeah.
in this film, okay? That was teased in Multiverse of Madness. They started teasing the incursions.
Yeah.
The incursions are when 2 universes are drawn together until they collide, and they're either both destroyed, or you got to destroy one or the other to save one or the other, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me. So there's going to be an incursion in this movie, and Monica is going to be the one that stops it with her powers that she got.
Yeah.
Okay, a Spectrum.
I was just about to say light powers, but never mind.
That's Kamala.
I know.
So she ends up stopping this incursion, but in result, she is trapped in the opposing universe. Okay? Originally, she was going to wake up in this new universe, and she was going to be woken up by her mother, Maria Rambeau, as Captain Marvel, like we've seen in Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
In the 838 universe.
Yep.
Now, if it was going to be that same universe, I don't know. The rumor was yes. The rumor was no. The rumor was I don't know. We don't know. Now, lately, the new rumor for this is that all that same stuff is going to go down. You're going to have the incursion. Monica Rambeau is going to save the day and still be trapped in this opposing universe, but instead of her mother waking her up, okay, it's going to be Beast from the X-Men.
Okay.
And not just any Beast from the X-Men, but Fraser.
Oh my God.
What's his David Allen Pierce? No, that's the other guy. The hell's his name?
I was about to say, are you talking about David Allen? Well, no, not. It sounded like you were going to say David Allen Greer. I was about to say that's
No.
in living color.
Exactly. That's not even the same.
In living color. Do what you want to do. In living color. Kelsey Grammer.
Way off.
Samsonite. Hello.
Samsonite.
Yeah, Kelsey Graham. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what to think if Kelsey Grammer's beast wakes her up.
I liked his version of Beast. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed his version of Beast better than the first class version of Beast.
Yeah.
He looked a lot like he looked more like the comic accurate version of Beast also.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Beast was a bulky guy.
Yep.
Not a scrawny computer kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, now I don't know. Don't get me wrong, like I agree with you that I enjoyed Kelsey Grammer's version of Beast, but I don't know how I feel about him waking up Monica Rambeau in the alternate,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see it first.
timeline that she's on.
I'm gonna have to see how it's executed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But if this does happen, it kind of lines up with some other rumors that I'm not gonna get real deep into. But there is rumor of a full MCU reboot post Secret Wars.
You were telling me that, and I mean, like you were saying, from Iron Man and on, like I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah, complete start over reboot.
that's crazy.
But the way that they're planning on going about it is very, very interesting.
They would have to do like, in order to do it, I would say like successfully is maybe something happens and they're on a completely different timeline, and that's how they can reboot it, right?
No, we'll get into it on another episode.
Okay.
Because it is deep. But just to give you a little taste, it involves bringing back certain people.
Like RDJ?
Like RDJ.
Yay!
Like Chris Evans.
Uh-huh.
Like Hugh Jackman.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All in the same universe.
Oh boy.
And starting over from the beginning properly with all the properties. Right?
Wow.
What if we could start the MCU over again, but this time the X-Men are in the same universe as Tony Stark.
Yep.
Spider-Man is already swinging through the city.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
So, and we could go about it without a shit fuck ton of origin stories.
Yeah.
Right? And get right to the meat and potatoes of what a superhero film should be.
Should be. And,
Should be.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not trash like Quantumania or Thor Love and Thunder or...
Don't even get me started on Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder was one of the biggest disappointments of my life.
With the biggest pussy villain I've ever seen when you hear God Butcher. Come on.
Gore the God Butcher off screen.
Pussy.
Dude.
Pussy.
I better stop
I was about to say, I am hearing Loki right now.
I know. We don't want to play that. I'm just
No.
getting some things prepped.
Yeah.
Oh,
say.
boy.
Loki, man. Ooh, buddy. Now, if Marvel, Marvel is doing a great job with Loki. And if they continue down this road, they have a
Whatever
shot.
they're doing with
Stick
this
with
show,
it. Stick with
whatever you're doing right now, Marvel, just keep doing it.
Yep.
Because it's working.
Yeah.
It's getting me right in the feels.
I was just saying, if they continue down this road, they have a shot at coming back, and coming back big time.
Right.
Because this show is just unfucking believable.
And on that note, before we go any farther, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be stepping into spoiler territory.
Yes. So we're going to give you 5 seconds.
No.
No?
Nope.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's
Boom,
it.
go.
That's it. Loki season 2, episode 4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Talk about
there's not
a game
whole
changer.
Lot of words.
This episode, by the way, the title of it is Heart of the TVA, and it's a perfect title for it. Just a perfect title for this episode. Because, yeah, the Heart of the TVA, like, no shit. What a fucking cliffhanger.
Dude,
what a cliffhanger.
I did a short earlier this week where I said I have not felt like this after an episode of television since the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just kind of like, what the fuck just happened?
And where do we go from here?
And where do we go from here?
Well, this is a question I have. Okay. Does this mean that every timeline is destroyed? Like, I have questions because, okay, you have the sacred timeline.
You
correct?
have questions.
Okay, you have the sacred timeline, correct?
Right.
Okay. Now, was the sacred timeline made only for Kang and his variants, or was it there for other purposes?
The sacred timeline was created by He Who Remains.
Yeah.
To prevent variations of himself
From coming through.
Okay?
Okay.
And obviously that time loom has been there, even though we didn't learn about it until this season, right? That time loom has been there. What you're seeing on the screen right now, that's the time loom.
Yeah.
It's been there, and how that thing works is it takes the branches and the timeline on one side, and it comes in, and then this machine neatens everything up, right? And spirals them together into like a rope.
Yeah.
And then shits them out the other side in a nice, neat, even rope. So it comes in all tangled on one side and nice and neat on the other.
Okay.
Okay? Well, the events of Loki Season 1, Sylvie kills He Who Remains. And him doing that opened up the sacred timeline to branches. Right?
Okay.
The sacred timeline begins to branch. And the TVA and those inside it decide we're going to allow these branches to grow.
Okay.
Okay? Because what we were doing before was bad, and now we're going to let all these people have free will and live. Okay? So.
Because before they were pruning timelines,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were pruning timelines. Anything that veered off the path of what He Who Remains deemed the sacred timeline
Yep.
would get cut.
Gotcha.
Right? Get rid of it. So the TVA is letting the sacred timeline branch. And those branches branch. And those branches branch.
Yep.
And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And the time loom cannot handle it.
Okay.
Okay? It was designed to intake a certain amount of timelines, right?
Yep.
It was designed to take, for lack of argument, 10 timelines.
Yeah.
It took 10 timelines and shit them out in a nice, neat rope.
Okay.
Well, now, it was designed to take 10. On a 4-to-1 ratio, it could max out at maybe 40, 50 timelines.
Okay.
Right? 4-to-1 ratio is this the standard safety ratio.
I get it.
So it could take 40 to 50 timelines, right? But no more.
Yep.
Unless they put this module that OB created with the help of Victor Timely into it to make it bigger and allow it to and accommodate all these extra timelines.
Okay.
And the clock is ticking down, right? They didn't make it in time.
Yeah.
So these branches are expanding, and that time loom was the very last security measure preventing
Kang and his variants.
and his variants from arriving.
Yeah.
Now, one reason I think this might be a little confusing is because, in my mind, the way all this is playing out, this is all happening before Quantumania.
Now, why do you say that?
Because Kang was already there in Quantumania.
What? What do you mean was already there?
Kang and his variants were a thing in that movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have been. They shouldn't exist, especially since Scott is from the Sacred Timeline.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I
Okay.
get what you're saying. Yes.
So none of them, they didn't exist
Well, wait
yet.
a minute. Didn't you say before when Quantumania was coming out, didn't you say, like, this is supposed to take place after Loki? Or Loki's supposed to take place before this or something? I think you did say something like that.
I don't know,
Okay.
but let's not make it more confusing,
Gotcha.
okay?
Okay.
So Quantumania happens after
This.
what we just seen,
Gotcha.
okay?
Okay.
And the time loom was the very last security measure preventing Kang from returning.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what we seen here was the time loom exploding, not the multiverse.
Okay.
It was a big enough explosion that it blocked our view from the rest of the multiverse, but them shits are still branching. And there is nothing to stop it now. There is nothing all order is gone.
Okay.
Okay, that, like I said, that was the last thing that they had, the last security measure.
So that answers my question, because like I said, does this mean that every timeline is destroyed?
No.
And where does everyone go?
The timelines are now infinite.
Okay.
The timelines just went from, like I said, for lack of argument, okay? 50 timelines, 50,000 timelines trying to go into that time loom, right?
Yeah.
50,000 timelines trying to pack into that time loom.
Yeah.
And then time loom can't take it, and the time loom explodes, and them timelines are just everywhere.
Okay.
Like a dam blowing open, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That time loom was the dam
Okay.
holding the water, right? And then that dam just broke, and the floodgates are open.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay, now, you said Sylvie. She still has He Who Remains Tempad, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
she's probably, what I'm thinking, well, what you said, actually, and I agree. She probably has everyone, like, at the beginning of next episode, we'll probably see, like, she pops it open and has everyone walk through that. But what happens to everyone else? Are they going to go to the same place as when they walk through that door, or are they each going to go somewhere else?
See,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I was thinking about that because there are scenes that we've seen in the trailers that we have not seen yet in the show. All right?
Exactly.
And so, a couple of them being Loki's time slipping again.
Yeah.
All right? So that leads me to think that there is a possibility that Sylvie's going to kick him through some type of door again. Not kick him, but you know what I mean? They're
When
going
they
to
go through that door, maybe.
Maybe. They open this door
Now,
and they
what-
go through, but since everything's so chaotic at the moment,
Yeah.
maybe there's a malfunction.
Okay, well, here's a question. He stopped time slipping because he pruned himself, remember? Is that how the time slip stopped?
That's how it stopped the first time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why would he be time slipping again?
I don't know. Because he started time slipping the first time
Yeah.
because Sylvie kicked him through that time door.
And he didn't go to the right timeline.
And she didn't set it right, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like or maybe fucking He Who Remains already had it preset. Because this is all part of his plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she just grabbed it and opened the door. She didn't care where he was going. She just wanted him away.
So she could kill He Who
So
Remains. Yep.
Ooh, He Who Remains probably already had that set. And she opened the door and she kicked him exactly where He Who Remains wanted him to go.
Because doesn't this like when, because it's been a while since I watched.
This is all still part of his plan.
I was just about to say, it's been a while since I've, seen the last episode from season 1. Didn't He Who Remains say, like, this happens all the time? Like, Sylvie coming and killing him, right?
Well,
like, does that happen?
Kind of, because he had the script.
Yeah.
He pulled out the script of everything
That's
that they were
right.
saying.
Yes. So, obviously,
That implies that this all happened.
Yep, all the time.
Yes.
A loop.
It's a cycle.
So he knows exactly that Sylvie's going to take the temp pad, so he has it set for where Loki's going to go, and all of this shit is meant to happen over and over and over again.
Yes.
But was this planned? Was this a part of his plan as far as the loom?
Are we Are we still on the plan? Well, on that note, yes, I think that this had to happen.
Okay.
This had to happen because we have to have, in order for He Who Remains to return, we have to have a multiversal war, and we have to have all the Kangs.
And have the chaos of all the timelines.
And have the
everything.
chaos of all the timelines, so He Who Remains can go and harness the power of Goliath and destroy all the other Kangs and isolate the timeline and create the sacred timeline and then roll the sacred timeline with the TVA until he gets fucking bored with it, lets the Lokis come in, kill them, and start it all over again.
Yep.
Right?
Okay. Oh.
And
Go ahead.
the if you remember, the first episode was called Ouroboros.
Yeah.
And that's the name of Ki Hu Wan's character.
Yep.
Right? But Ouroboros is that
The dragon.
The cycle of life and rebirth, or death and rebirth.
Yeah.
It's the serpent eating its own tail. That's the
Okay.
symbol for
I thought
Ouroboros.
it was a dragon for some reason. I don't know why.
It can be a dragon, sure.
Oh, okay.
A dragon, a snake, a reptile.
Eating its own
Eating
tail.
its own tail.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Death, rebirth, destruction, and creation.
Do you think he's bad?
Who?
Bad guy? Ouroboros?
It's still up in the air.
Yeah.
It's totally up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do
Okay.
not trust him. And you know what? I don't know if I trust Casey.
Oh, the dude from the TVA.
Yes. Okay. Check
That's
this
right.
out.
You know what? Yeah, he kind of gives me a little bit of a weird vibe.
Let me pull this up here, okay? Because this popped out at me during the episode.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look right here, in the episode, this is when, right after Loki pruned himself.
Yeah.
Okay? And remember, the phone was ringing.
Yes.
And he picks up the phone, and it was OB. And he says, "Hey, what took you guys so long?" Right?
Okay,
Or what's
yeah.
taking you so long?
Yeah.
You see, on the right side there's that device that OB's been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, if we come forward a little bit, see, that's Casey's arm grabbing that right there.
Yeah.
Okay? He grabs it. You see him?
Yeah.
And the camera follows him. Okay? Because this is what's really sticking out to me, is the camera is following Casey right now.
Yeah.
Why is the camera following Casey? Because they want us to see him doing this. They want us to know that, hey, Casey just grabbed this fucking thing and walked downstairs with it. With no context, no explanation.
That's right. The camera does not follow him down the stairs, right?
No, but it's following him right now.
Yeah.
And then you see him in the right corner, walking down the stairs. Look.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all we see of that. When we come back,
what do you think he
Casey's
did?
back upstairs with him.
What do you think he did?
Did he sabotage something? Follow me here, okay?
Because
Listen,
Victor Timely...
hold on a second. Is Casey and OB, are they working together? For one, because
Okay.
we're not 100%. We're not 100% on OB, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Casey's fucking infatuated with OB. right?
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, you wrote the handbook. Will you sign the book for me? Remember?
Yeah, that's right. He was like a super fan.
Exactly. So, what if that was some part of their plan? Casey took that thing down there, sabotaged it, so whenever Victor or whomever walked outside, it wasn't the radiation from the time loom and everything outside. It was whatever he did to the device that he was holding.
Yeah, and think about it. He probably did something to the device that it would trigger it as soon as it went out the doors, because you notice when Victor was holding it inside,
Yeah, it was fine.
He was fine. He didn't turn to spaghetti.
As soon as he got outside.
Because freaking Mobius, he went out there with the damn suit on and
with the
shit.
suit on.
But he didn't have that thing.
But hold on.
Did he?
Hold on a second.
Mobius have that?
In the trailers that have clips from the next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
There's a scene of Loki standing out on that walkway
And he's
with
fine.
nothing on. He don't have a suit on, anything.
Okay, wait. I just thought about this. Answer me. Did Mobius have that thing when he went out there and he had to shoot something into the time? Was that the thing he had?
Yes, but
You notice he didn't turn to spaghetti when he had the thingy when he was outside with the suit on. But then all of a sudden, like you said, Casey goes down the stairs.
Slow down. It has been modified on camera. The first time Mobius took it outside, it was designed to extract Loki from the timeline.
Yes.
That was its only purpose.
Yes.
Was for Mobius to take it out there and harpoon Loki out of the timeline.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes.
Then they figured out that all this shit was going wrong, and OB started working on that thing. And they all knew he was working on it.
That's
Because
right.
he said, that, like, if I do yada, 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 I'll be able to use this thing to fix the time loom, right?
And he did something to sabotage it.
Maybe. And also, Victor Timely plugged his thing into it.
His head?
No, that is orb thing. Remember the orb
Oh, yeah.
that he had?
Yes.
They plugged that thing into that device.
Hmm.
And then when Victor walked outside, let's go check this out. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, see,
Yep.
he has a device.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta pause it.
I
like
know.
this.
Yep. Don't want to get
Right?
copyright claimed.
So he picked it up.
Yep. Because what
I'm
was...
trying to think, is this what they put that device on? Because I don't see it.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'll hold on a minute. Well, here's the orb. Victor's orb.
Yeah, I don't know if he did that to that thing. If he put the orb on that. Is that what you're asking?
I'll find the clip.
Okay.
I'll find the clip because they do have a clip of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, now look, the rays are coming as soon as he steps out of the TVA.
Yeah.
As
And
soon as he
here's
steps out of the TVA.
and here's the other. This is another thing I was thinking about, and
Okay.
it might be just like just because comics and a visual thing, overthinking it. But if the radiation was that bad, wouldn't it have annihilated them as soon as the doors were open?
That's what I'm saying. You can see the rays coming inside.
Yeah.
But as soon as he steps out, boom, that's when it happens.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. And spaghetti
Right there.
starting.
Boom.
Here's a question. Look
Look
at
at
the
that.
look at the loom thingy.
It's fine.
It's fine.
The loom's fine.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't go to spaghetti. It's only Victor. And he drops
his
it.
Victor in his suit.
And his suit, the suit that's supposed to protect him, I was just thinking this as you were playing it. I'm like, you watch that loom thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
No, you're 100% right. That
Uh-huh.
loom drops and it's fine.
Uh-huh. Yep.
By the way, you can see his ribs,
Yeah.
which
And
is
his
pretty
skull.
cool. And his skull.
Yep.
There's his skull right there.
There's his skull.
You can
Yep.
see his chompers.
Yeah, you can see how he's screaming. The skull's screaming. Yep.
Unreal. Unreal.
So, okay.
Absolutely unreal.
Oh, look, the tube that was connected to the suit. That's fine, too.
I seen that, too. That dropped down and it's fine.
So, okay, they see that happen. What happens in the loom? Where'd it go? They don't go out to get it.
Well, no,
yeah.
no, that's not the loom.
Well, not the loom, but
the loom
connector,
explodes.
The connector for it, or the whatever the hell it's called.
And then
the ball stick. Yep.
This face here.
Yeah, that face.
This face right here is
Tom
just
Hiddleston.
absolute terror.
Good job acting, dude.
And the visual effects in this episode, I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely incredible as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Unreal. I mean,
it makes your butt cheeks clench together and gives you chills.
that image right there is just, I know it's destruction, but it's beautiful.
I know.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, sometimes destruction can be beautiful, unfortunately.
But
here's a question I had. Okay. What did Miss Minutes mean when she said, like, when she was shutting down, okay? She said, she told Victor, I have something that I need to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay? Why, when she said that, and then right after she said, she started glitching, and then she goes, you'll never be him.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked all mean.
Right.
Okay? What was it? Was it that she wanted to tell him, like that you'll never be him, or did she mean something else?
I was thinking about that too. Okay, and that made me think even more about Ms. Minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just kind of sidetrack here a little bit, because this kind of leads to another question: is Victor Timely and He Who Remains the same variant? Okay, and if not, because we just seen Victor get spaghettified, right?
Spaghettified.
Victor Spaghetti.
Yep.
But if they're not the same variant, then why was she so jealous?
That's true, because she's supposed to be so fucking smart, and she knows that all of this. I mean, He Who Remains made her.
Right.
So why would she go through all this trouble to find Victor Timely, and like you said, be so jealous of Ravonna?
Well, the way she was acting was as if he was him.
Yeah.
He Who Remains.
And then she goes, "You'll never be him.
You with all your toys and gadgets." You never did nothing for me, Remember she got all jealous in the last episode?
You never cared about me.
Right.
Yep.
So, which all then leads, does Miss Minutes know as much as we think she does? Maybe she doesn't know as much as we think.
Maybe.
Maybe she was under the assumption that she was under the assumption that Victor was the same variant, but he's not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Oh, and let's not forget that Ravonna got pruned. So where's she at?
Well, she's in the void. We've seen that in the trailer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's another one of them trailer clips that you see her and the purple light from Eliath. But I'm gonna call this right now. Eliath is gonna recognize her. Eliath's gonna know exactly who she is, and Eliath's gonna be her little puppy dog.
Oh boy.
How much you want to bet?
But see, she's pissed off now because she learned the truth. Ms. Minutes showed her what He Who Remains
Okay,
did.
so then she has Eliath. She has Eliath.
Oh, so then she's gonna get him back with Eliath.
Maybe. But then again, this could all still be part of his plan.
Well, that's true. I don't know. Ravonna pisses me off.
And then what about X5?
Like
okay.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
What the hell was that about?
X5 and General Docs.
Yeah.
What is the relationship between those two?
Yes, exactly.
In the very first episode, you remember they had that really weird interaction?
They did.
Where, they were, holding each other's faces, and it was almost like they were lovers, right?
Yeah.
Except she's way older than him, and it looks like she could be his mother.
So maybe it was a mother-son type of thing.
Was it? Because
I don't know.
In this most recent episode, her jealousy was almost from a lover's perspective. Was life on the timeline that good? Remember?
Yeah.
She looked at him. She said, "Was life on the timeline really that good? Better than me? life on that timeline was better than me.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right? That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what the fuck is going on there?
I don't know how I got those scars.
And are we gonna? We might find out yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because everything's in a loop.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back to this moment again.
Yeah.
We seen that in the trailer with Loki walking out on the deck. I need to. Hey, Marvel, y'all need to figure out your fucking marketing team and stop giving us spoilers in the trailers.
Exactly.
Okay, you would have done just fine. Make your trailer out of the first 4 episodes because you gave those out as screeners. Oh, that's cool. Leave the last 2 out. Now, now there's too much.
Now we know that, like, oh, yeah, they didn't die whenever the loom exploded. You know what I mean?
Right.
We know that.
Right.
I know.
We still
I get
need
what
the
you're
fucking
saying.
Mobius and his jet skis and the air guys.
Yeah.
That's my air guys.
I just looked. Our kitty Gamora, she's all snuggled up and sleeping.
I told you.
Mm-hmm.
I told you. She comes in here and chills with me.
I know.
Oh, let me see here.
I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to mention.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
I
wanted.
I have so many freaking questions that I have
Here's
so many
something-
it pops out of my mind.
Here's something I wanted to point out. Okay, when Ravonna dropped the book off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember when her and Ms. Minutes, they went to where Victor Tomley was as a child, and they dropped the book off on his windowsill.
Yeah.
When they went back to do that, they showed you at the bottom that was part of the sacred timeline,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Then when Loki and Mobius come to get Victor Timely, they're on a branched timeline. So
That's right.
What is that about?
I don't know.
Right?
Okay. Well, okay, you said Ravonna and Miss Minutes, they dropped the book off. And then when Loki and Mobius come in, Ravonna and Miss Minutes are there, but Victor Timely's grown up. So,
Well,
you know what I mean?
When Loki and Mobius come the first time, they
Yeah.
actually came to the exact time that Ravonna dropped the book.
Yeah, that's right.
They were
That's
actually
yes.
right in front of Victor's window.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
And Mobius says, oh, this can't be right. And he remembered the World's Fair, and he was like, oh, let's go to the World's Fair.
That's right.
And that's where they run into Victor, and they're on a branch timeline.
But, yeah. But then wouldn't Ravonna still be on the branch timeline too? Because she left from when Victor Timely was a kid,
Right.
and then she goes to the World Fair.
Yeah, on the branch timeline.
So, yeah, they're both on the branch timeline, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, Mobius and Loki went there on a branch timeline, and so
I know.
did Ravonna
Yeah.
and Miss Minutes.
What I'm saying. When,
God, time travel, this whole crap is so confusing.
When Ravonna
Yes.
dropped the book off, they were on the sacred timeline.
Yes.
So she shows up.
That was the only time
What?
anybody was on a sacred timeline.
No. Loki and Mobius were on the sacred timeline.
Yes, that time was the only time.
That was it. Because
Yes.
that was the Nexus event. The book being dropped off to Victor Timely was the Nexus event that created the branch in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Get it?
Get it.
Got it.
Good. Yep.
Holy smokes.
This shit's confusing.
There's a couple contrasting moments I noticed too.
Yeah.
All right. In season 1, episode 6. Okay, last episode of last season.
Mm-hmm.
He who remains, he said, not every version of me is so pure of heart. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
In season 2, episode 3, when Sylvie's got him at sword point, Victor says, you don't know the heart that I have beating in my chest. I don't know if that's means anything, but something I noticed, like they both use the term, right?
Because maybe she remembers He Who Remains saying that, and she's like, okay, maybe this is one of his variants that are good.
Ooh, or what if He Who Remains knew that he was going to say that?
And that's why he told
And that's why he said that.
That's why he said that. Yep.
And that way it would trigger her later. I don't know. Something I've seen. And then another quick thing with the same scenes, two same scenes. In last season, Sylvie asked He Who Remains, aren't you going to beg? And he was like, oh, yeah, good. Remember that?
Yes.
And then when she was getting ready to kill Victor, he begs.
Yes. That's right.
Like I said, I don't know if that really means a whole lot, but it stood out to me.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
I have, like I said, when it comes to this shit, I'm
more questions, no goddamn answers.
Yep. I just feel like
so good though. I love it.
I love it.
Absolutely love it. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
There's that crazy bitch now.
Yeah. Glitching out.
Now, that was another thing. You brought that up before, and I didn't answer your question. You were asking about her. She was like trying to tell him something.
Yes. Was it that
like
you'll never be him, or was it something else?
Like I was saying before with Victor Timely and him, is he the same as He Who Remains? Are they the same variant or not? Right? And Miss Minutes, if they are if they're not, then why was she so jealous? Well, probably because she didn't know.
Yep.
Right?
That's true.
But then that kind of contrasts with this, because I'm thinking maybe she did know and she was trying to warn him because her voice sounded sympathetic.
Yes.
Victor,
Exactly.
I need to tell.
Yeah, and then it was, you'll never be him.
You'll never be him. Yeah, like all evil and shit.
You'll never be him.
But
and then her eyes were all mean.
You got that same feeling though? Yes. Like she was trying to help him for a moment.
And then her mean side like glitched in.
And she was shutting down, so her metrics were all screwy. You know
That's what I'm
mean?
saying. That's why I don't think she meant to what she was telling him, saying, I need to tell you something. That I don't think that was it. I don't think it was
she was
never be him.
No, she was trying to warn him about becoming spaghetti. That's what I'm thinking. She was trying to warn him about becoming spaghetti.
Yep.
Because she's still trying to throw a wrench in the gears.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. You're right.
But
absolutely.
She didn't tell him in time, and he got spaghettified, which is all still part of his plan.
Yeah. I agree. Boom.
That's all she
Boom,
wrote.
shakalaka.
You're listening to FnA Presents Boom Shakalaka.
Pretty awesome.
I love it.
I love it, too.
I love it.
What else you got, sweetie pies?
That's about it. Like I said, Loki is just
incredible,
and I cannot wait until Thursday, because
I know
I never wish for days to go fast, because sometimes I'm like,
what
these
was
days
it
are going
before?
too fast.
Before it was Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the morning is when they would drop them.
Because remember, we would always watch them first thing Thursday morning.
Do Wednesday night then?
Because they have to be difficult. Because they have to make people wait.
So what it's Tuesdays are Star Wars, Thursdays are Marvel. That's how they do that. Tuesdays are Star Wars shows.
Well, is it Tuesday night or
Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Tuesday night.
It's because we would always watch them Wednesday morning. Yep, that's right.
Yep.
So, you guys better tune in on Thursday for the new episode of Loki, because if you're not, you're missing out, man. Because this, honest to God, this is the best Marvel show that I've seen, and we've seen them all.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't
best
get me
so
wrong.
far. It's so good.
I loved WandaVision. I thought that one was good.
Yeah.
That's my number 2 is WandaVision. Loki is number 1 for me.
Oh yeah.
2 is WandaVision. 3, I would say.
Our youngest would fight you over that though.
I know. Audrey loves Wanda.
Scarlet Witch.
3, I would say. I really enjoyed Hawkeye.
I liked Hawkeye too. That was pretty good.
That's my number 3.
It's a good holiday one.
Yeah, I liked it, and just the dynamics between him and Kate Bishop, I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And
we'll be seeing more of her.
Hated She-Hulk. I thought that one sucked.
Pretty terrible.
I didn't really care for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I did not really care for that one.
It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. I mean, like, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Like, She-Hulk was pretty bad.
Oh, She-Hulk is at the bottom.
I'm telling you.
At the bottom.
And I was following it. I was trying. Mm-hmm. But that's bullshit they pulled at the end where they just, like, it was like they just pulled the rug out and changed everything you were following the entire series.
Exactly.
Every single thing you were following this entire series, every MacGuffin and every clue, they just threw right out the fucking window.
Mm-hmm. Same with Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was also a disappointment.
Moon Knight really pissed me off with how they ended that freaking show.
Yeah, we ran out of money for the VFX department.
Yep.
He blacks out a lot. We'll just black him out for the whole last battle.
Exactly.
Give me a break, dude.
That was a disappointment because I was really looking forward to
Seriously,
that show.
give me a fucking break. That was some bull cucky.
Yeah, because the way that they hyped it up, I was really excited for it, and it was just a letdown, big letdown. So yeah, as far as Loki, good job. Cookies.
Goddamn right, cookies.
Give them hot milk.
Well,
cookies. Alrighty. Well, I think that's gonna do it for our this week of
let's do it.
FnA.
FnA presents. We're back, baby.
Woo-hoo. All right. Well, we won't be talking to you guys again until after Halloween. So we hope that you have a great Halloween.
I'll be around. I'll be playing some games and stuff. So if you want to stick around and pay attention to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'll be back.
Yep. And definitely check him out on Twitch. Because that's where he'll be playing his games.
Hell yeah, I was playing a little Mike Tyson last night.
I know.
But I'm still learning all this stuff, so it's a process.
Yep.
We'll get better.
So for now, stay spooky, people.
Stay spooky. And until next time, we're FnA. Or I'm Fred.
I'm Adrian.
We're FnA.
Bye, guys.
See you later. We're all done. Show's over. I might play a game later. But we're done with this, so yeah. This is Aqua.